Bro, close the door. Somebody should.
Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium, where they will shake down thunder from the sky to cheer on their Fighting Irish, and hoping that plenty of echoes will reverberate in victory at the end of the game. A Big Ten showdown is coming, conference implications of plenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Penn State Nittany Lions taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to get us underway. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down for this offense. Quarterback checking off. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, you know, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best two teams out of all these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, they've just put themselves in position to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this conference. Let's be honest, the Big Ten and the SEC, they've separated themselves from everybody else. And so you're competing in this conference, in the middle of the season, you can finish strong. Now we're not just talking about conference championships. We're talking about where can we be in the playoff and how much damage we can do in the postseason.
To the ground with the back. Runs through a tackle. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, running back on the move. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Running back goes in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man on the right.
Yeah, coming around.
Really throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He lets it fly. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Time to take a shot.
Oh, fuck,
And
fuck.
he'll put it inside the 20.
Double million guy.
Finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Notre Dame right back to the line. This time they'll go to the running game. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Fires downfield. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside gift. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, give him 1.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
To the air, it's Reese. He's right on target. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback going straight.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
They're bringing heat. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Trying to get to it. Complete. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, it's Reese. Looking deep. Makes the grab. slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the extra point makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Penn State 7, Notre Dame 0.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Line getting set on second down. The give from the gun.
Hold it.
He's brought down
And I
with
see it
a
back.
flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. They're trying to get to it. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. It'll go out of bounds. Depends on where they spot it, but looks as if it'll be around the 45. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Snap it to the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reece, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yet, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Wade.
What we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into it.
That last completion sets them up on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. No thought of trying to kick the 46-yarder. They'll go for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Defense was ready, and the offense thinking maybe they're going to all jam up in the middle of the field and try to get ready for an inside run. That time, they were expecting the receiver running it outside on fourth. Great speed, nice open field tackle. This defense is coming off the field. They've run.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. It's complete. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Fires and picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Great job by the freshman. Kept his eyes in the right place and made the play.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Fires to the wideout. Rolls it in. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And the Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. They'll go to the counter play. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
He was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for him.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
To the air, it's Reese coming after him. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. We might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. He's looking downfield to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Lets it fly. And it's picked off.
Dude, that shit is so fucking
creates a turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
When I'm a cornerback and I'm playing zone, and specifically cover 3, I got deep third of the field, right? The defense is going cornerback in deep third, other cornerback in deep third, safety in the middle of the field. So I got to get deep, make sure I'm playing my zone. He does an unbelievable job understanding that, playing zone, breaking on the football, going and getting that INT.
Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Ain't no picks, man.
The clock is down to 9.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the middle. Got his man. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Still running at the 40. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Using his legs to buy some time.
Damn, what, they ain't gonna block?
And the defense comes up with the sacks. And this defense has been dialed in all day. Really good job. This offense is going to have to find something different, do something to try to stretch this D and make them feel uncomfortable.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Oh my God, this nigga ass, bro.
And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They'll run it from the gun. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
Quarterback checking the play.
Toss. Toss.
Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. Let's go. From the gun, wants to pass. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
That is so impressive. Not only was it a great catch, but also he made sure he had 1 foot in bounds to get the touchdown. Beautiful job.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again.
Return goes out of bounds.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on it just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
They go to the ground. And you can
Damn,
forget
boy,
running
niggas
the
ain't
ball
gonna
against
block.
this
No
defense.
fucking body.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running the football, nowhere to go.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Wants to throw. It's Reese.
Oh my fucking God.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep putting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
Here come the Irish back on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2. Second down coming up.
Final minute now of the third quarter. On second down, wants to throw. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And that one will give them the lead.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? You're going to be a great player. You got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Here comes the offense on second down. The give out of the gun. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period.
the end of the third quarter of play. With the result, Notre Dame 14, Penn State 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. To the air, it's Reese. Feeling some heat. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Finds a spot in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got the back over the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
He's looking for an open man on second down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
They'll run it from the gun. Couldn't really get started there. Pick up of 1 to the 35.
Got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Until that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Dropping back, it's Reese. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Damn, they ain't gonna let me chain a play?
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
Oh, they gotta chill out that, dog.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. of volume on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, it's Reese. He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Penn State.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Handoff from the gun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Throws to the wideout.
Whoa. Oh, my God, bro. They got to chill out with that, bro.
Man, I love those guys. That
She's supposed to be a peak, man.
He does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line.
This is a cheat day game.
And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. They just flipped the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. The run to the left. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. That was a spontaneous combustion of a celebration on the sidelines, and wait to see what happens if they can hold on for a few more seconds. That last field goal gave them a 3-point lead. Now to see if they can cover the kickoff and keep them out of field goal range. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the returner is stopped.
Penn State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. That was fun.